Doing breakfast a little bit different this morning. When you get your butt kicked and plans A, B, C, D, and E, and whatever else, all don't work out for you, and you have to come up with a totally new game plan, what do? Well, you go to town and you download new maps for a totally different hunt area, and develop plans F, G, and whatever comes after that. So between the massive amounts of hunting pressure where we first planned to hunt, and then the distance required to get into the place where we actually went in, which is a bummer because we got into elk, I needed to find something else. So I came to town last night, got a hotel so I could clean up and have internet. There's no internet in town, and I needed to be able to download some Onyx maps. So me and breakfast in here, and we're gonna go hit the mountain here in just a little bit, kind of regrouping, getting my gear reloaded. Probably not gonna pack in anywhere, probably just gonna day hunt from the truck from here on out, and just hit as many drainages as I can and try to headed back up on the mountain. It's Sunday morning. We got all new set of maps downloaded, and got a spot picked out to go set up a base camp. I'm gonna do more of a day hike in and hunt type situation, run and gun up and down a bunch of these drainages and canyons, just bugling and trying to locate an elk. I think that's gonna be the best way to do this at this point right now. Kind of bugle and still hunt and do some of that stuff through some of these drainages. Just try to stay away from people if I can do that, if that's even a thing at this point. I think what I need to realize a little bit is that I should just be thankful that I have the ability to even be here, that I have the resources and I have the physical capabilities of doing this, and stop being frustrated about it, things not going the way that I wanted them to go. I think just accept it for what it is and deal with it and persevere through the challenges that and eventually things will work out. You know, it's hard to come to a new area and expect things to go right every time. And even when you hunt the same places, like, things just don't go right all the time. I do feel a sense of accomplishment that I got onto elk the first morning. It just happened to be that there is no feasible way to get them out of where I was without pack animals. Working my way up this road to get into where where I'm planning to camp and hunt over the next few days. Obviously there's people here. I don't think you're gonna go anywhere and not find anybody camped or anything like that. Just that's the way it is, especially during a rifle season. But it is way less than where I was before. Now here's some guys. They got some pack animals. They're getting ready to go up somewhere, but for the most part this is a much better looking area. This is home for the next about 4 days, I guess. Come here, I'll show you around. Give you the It's like MTV Cribs up in here. We got a cot, got a chair, heaters back there in the corner, got our stove, all of our extra gear. It's actually the first time I've ever used the cot. As far as I can tell, this is going to be like as good as sleeping at home. Hopefully we can just find out. There does not seem to be nearly the pressure up here as there was anywhere else I've been. So now hopefully we can just find some elk. There's not nearly as many people up here as there was in the other place I was. I mean, there's still people, but you're going to find that anywhere, especially during the rifle season. So it's actually snowing right now. The wind's blowing pretty stinking hard, and it's snowing. So we're gonna go get I'm gonna change some clothes out quick, and we're gonna go start cruising, trying to find some elk. Well, I am going to, we're gonna go hike up in this way ways, work along to this bottom, and try to see if we can find an elk. That's kind of the whole game plan at this point, is just work our way up through this timber looking for elk sign. We'll rip some bugles, see if we can get something to fire off. It's snowing pretty good, so makes it kind of cool. This is a lot different country than where we were yesterday and the day before, so it's a little bit more accessible, but there's way less people here, which is shocking. There's elk tracks. They're old and they're in this mud. But there's elk sign here, but it's old. Doesn't mean they don't come back, but there's some bear shit up there too. I will shoot a bear if he presents himself. Man, if it keeps this snow up for much longer, even now, there's enough snow that you can track one if you come across a set of tracks, but it keeps this up for, forecast said, possibly up to like 5 or 6 o'clock tonight, maybe even a little bit later. So if it does this till then, it's gonna be fun tomorrow. We'll try to strike up tracks. There's old sign in this basin where I'm at. I'm not finding anything new. Haven't got one to torch off, so there's a little clearing up the direction we're headed. And when we get to it, we're gonna I'll probably loop back around towards the truck, and man, the snow's all over the camera. I'm gonna have to put this camera away. Don't want to ruin it. So when I get up to this clearing, I'm gonna loop back around to the truck and go to a different area. And basically, that's what we're gonna do for the next couple days. Just go hop from one area to the next until we find an elk. snowed quite a bit. There's a set of coyote tracks that kind of went around the truck. Now they're going out the road. I run into him. Alright, so coming up into this burn this evening. I'm gonna hunt it tonight. It's lower in elevation than anything else I've been at, but if I do this tonight, I can rule it, mark it off the list, and then we'll, I don't know, we'll work higher the rest of the week. So fresh deer tracks and after deer, but at least it tells me there's something living in here. Saw something black moving down there. I thought I found a bear. It's a stinking bull. You always gotta stop for snacks. Snacks on snacks on snacks. That's what Kelsey says. Well, I think this spot where we're at would probably be good. Probably third rifle, or even fourth rifle when they're pushed down out of the high country, but I think for right now we need to be about 2,000 to 3,000 feet higher than we are. Man, I got stoked. I saw something black moving down there through the burn, and threw my pack off and grabbed the rifle, grabbed the camera, and it was a stinking bull. Which I don't know what he's doing up here by himself, because all his cows are down by the road hanging out, so he's like a mile and a half away from his cows. He's all by himself. But it's probably like them, like the elk and the deer. They're in the same boat. Like they're not it's not breeding time, so they're just off doing their own thing. That burn proved to be pretty desolate and empty, so I guess we are off to the we're gonna go back to camp for tonight, eat some dinner, and decide where we're gonna go try in the morning. I think we're gonna go higher. I'm looking on Onyx and gotta stop this track. Did about 3 miles. Never saw a track, never saw any sign. I think saw some sign that was like from last winter, so I think we're just too low at the time being. I think tomorrow we're gonna go up. We're at like 8,800 right now. I think we need to go. We're at like 8,800 right now, and I think we need to go up to like 10,800 roughly. That's where I found elk the other day. Saturday was between 10,600 and 11,000, so I think we're gonna. The road that camp is on goes up, and it gets up higher. The only thing is that it's like a ridge, and it drops off both sides super steep, so that kind of sucks. I'd rather be at the bottom and hike up than be at the top and hike down. That's just kind of the way it lays right here. So.